This is Your Financial Wealth with Jonathan Slack, where I show you how to obtain true financial wealth utilizing the personal and business credit systems. Okay, so you establish your store card so you can go to Office Max, Office Depot, you go to Home Depot, you go to Target. All of these places, you're getting a business account. You're not getting a personal account. You're getting a business account on your corporation. Now, your corporation is starting to be established, so you have a Dun & Bradstreet, you have a Paydex score. So these companies will lend you, they'll maybe give you $3,000 or $4,000 in credit. There's a lot of companies, okay? And I will give you the list. Score Boosters 781 at gmail.com, and I will give you the list of just write it in in the description box, looking for the list or whatever. So you establish your store accounts, right? So Office Depot, Home Depot, Office Max, Target, Macy's. I got a Macy's card. What do I say? Walmart. Okay. Now, when you establish these store cards, you want to make 3 cycles of payments. Some people say 1 or 2 cycles. I'd say make 3 cycles of payments. So that's going to be 3 months right there, right? So what you want to do is you go to Office Max, and you don't have to spend $100 with these cards. It's just about the fact it's revolving credit. So you want the credit to be revolving. You want the payments to be made on these cards, right? So you're going to, now this is step 1 was congruency, establishing. Step 2 was a vendor accounts. Now this is step 3, only 1 step away from step 4, okay? But it's going to take you a few months, couple of months. You do it 2 months, but I would say do 3 payments. So you're going to try to get the highest limits possible on these cards, and I'll explain why in a minute. But basically, you're going to go get as many cards as you can too. You have to come out of the old thinking where we're in the matrix. We always think, we're always told you don't want to get too much credit, you don't want to get too much debt, you don't want to, right? Now, I'm telling you because I'm actually doing it, and I've been doing it for 15 years. This is how you can literally make money so that you can enjoy life, and then you can go ahead and venture into the things that might be in your mind that you just wouldn't be able to venture into because you don't have the money, but you will have the money, right? So what you want to do then is go to all these companies and establish accounts. And what you can always do with every credit card is something, a little hack that I learned. No matter what credit card you get, it doesn't matter if you are approved or not approved. You can call, let's just say you're not approved and you get the credit, you get the letter or whatever, and it starts off unfortunately, right? You can call the creditor of that card and you can say, hey, I was looking at my account and I saw that I wasn't approved when I tried to apply, and I really want to have a card with your establishment because, I just want to, build my credit, or, I really like your establishment. I really like Macy's and I always wanted a Macy's card, and I was wondering if I could have pay attention, reconsideration. You have to say the word, may I have a reconsideration on this card. Now, this is something that's 50-50, okay? So, but 50-50 is pretty good, especially when you've been denied. You call them up and ask for a reconsideration. 50% of the time, they'll come back and say, hey, you know what? We'll go ahead and extend you some credit. I don't even know why you were denied, right? Because, like I said, the computer will automatically slam you down and deny you if something is not congruent, if something is just off a little bit. The computer is designed to, how most places, they're quick to take money, but they're slow to put money out. So it's the same thing. They're not gonna they're gonna approve you for credit, but you got to make sure you cover every step, right? It gets easier as you go along. After a while, you just get approved for stuff, after you really establish, right? But okay, so the other way, I wanted to tell you that way. Now, the other way of getting approved for higher amounts, say you always go for reconsideration. Say you got approved for $2,500 in credit at Home Depot, right? So you want to get a higher limit, right? So you can you call up and you say, hey, call the credit department and say, hey, I just got approved. I'm really happy that I'm part of the Home Depot family. But I was wondering, I had some, home improvements I had to do and different things. So I was wondering if I could get a little bit of a higher limit, if you could reconsider my line of credit and give me a higher limit. And they'll ask you why, and you, like I said, you say home improvement or whatever. If it was Home Depot or whatever, just whatever, right? If it was Office Depot, you say, well, I need to get some office supplies and a couple of faxes and things. I just need a little bit more. I didn't want to max the card out, but I want to be responsible with this card, and so I was calling to find out if I could get a reconsideration. Okay, they'll say please hold, or they might send you something in email, but usually they say please hold, and then you wait a few minutes. They'll come back and say, okay, well, sir, your original limit was $2,500. We were able to extend you to $5,000, or to $3,500. Whatever it is, it didn't cost you anything to do that. Now you want to do the reconsiderations. You want to have as high of a limit as you can on all the cards. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so let's just say you got all 5 cards. You got your Chevron business gas card. You got all your cards. You're making the payments. You're checking your report, nav.com. You're checking to see once you see the statement date, and you see the payment date and the statement date, and then you're looking at your credit report to see it reporting. So your score goes up. Your score is up there, right? Now, you get to the last part, which is the money, okay? So let's just say you have 5 cards, right? So you have 5 cards, and you've been making payments on them. You're making little purchases, $20, $50. You don't have to make $100 purchases with these cards, okay? Just with the vendor accounts to start off, okay? Now, you're making purchases with these cards, okay? So the goal is to have maybe 6 or 7 accounts, right? For around $10,000 to $15,000 each, okay? So once you want your highest card, just whatever the highest card is, not each, because every company is not going to give you 10 to 15,000, but the goal is to try to get one of your cards through reconsideration, payments, increase, things like that. Which, see, with business, they do this in a short period of time. This is a new world for a lot of you, and I want you to understand that business credit is a little bit different, well, a lot different than personal credit. You can make a payment in 2 months, and they can double, triple your card. American Express, there's an American Express that gives you 3 times the amount of what that card is worth, as long as you make the payments on time for 90 days. This one is 100%. This American Express, if you have a $10,000 American Express, on the 91st day, you will have a $30,000 American Express just for making the payments on time, okay? But other cards, they'll give you a 25% increase, just depends.